Dadaocheng is a strategy program setting an old trading port in Taiwan. It is fun and challenging, designed for 1 to 4 players, each 10 and off, with a playtime of about 45 to 60 minutes. In this game, players are merchants trying to become the most successful. The board has a grid where they move discs, collect goods, and store them. Each turn, they gather resources and use them to buy cars that help them win. Managing resources is key. Players flip and swap discs to collect goods, deciding whether to trade for points or build useful structures. Managing resources is key. Players flip and swap discs to collect goods, deciding whether Players flip and swap discs to collect goods, deciding whether to trade for points or Players flip and swap discs to collect goods, deciding whether to trade for points or build useful structures. There's also a risk and reward system with opium tubes, which can be used for payment but come with penalties. There is also a risk and reward system with opium tubes, which can be used for payment but come with penalties. After 6 rounds, the game ends, and the player with the highest prestige. After 6 rounds, the game ends, and the player with the highest prestige wins. After 6 rounds, the game ends, and the player with the highest prestige wins. Dadaocheng blends history and strategy, making it a great choice for those who enjoy playing. Dadaocheng blends history and strategy, making it a great choice for those who enjoy planning and smart decisions. Now let's take a closer look at the rules and how to play.
At the very beginning, we are going to introduce the Young Hub, where every player should have one in their hand. Next, we are going to introduce the resource we're going to use in game. The red one you can see here is the sugar, and the white one you can see is rice, and the yellow one is camphor oil. The green one is the most popular and famous stuff, tea. And the black one is the most special, opium. And next we are going to introduce the resource disc. And you can see every disc has 2 sides, like this and this. And on top of this side represent the resource is represent like this. You can see it's represent opium, and at the bottom is represent its back, what is represent. And you can see this bottom is yellow, so its back is represent camphor oil, and its bottom is green, so it's represent the tea in its back. After the resource disc, we were going to introduce every building. You can see here we got 5 buildings in this game. The first one is mansion, store, workshop, market, and opium dump. And this is mansion. On the top you can see is how many resources you're going to use to build this building. And on the bottom is represent every point when you get build list mention. Like if you build 1 mention, you will get 4 points, and if you get 2 mention, you will get 10 points, and if you get 3, you will get 16. And at the end, everyone can only have 6 mention. And 没有，不是每个人都可以，应该说你可以无限的一直改 mention， 所以我这边可能要改一下。
没有，继续，我把中间这样切掉，继续。
And at the 6, when you got the 6 mention, you get 39 points. And next, we are going to introduce the store. On the top, you can see you have to spend 3 sugar to build this building. And once you build this store, you can turn one of your storehouse into store. And you put a sugar like this. And this is workshop. And you need to, if you want to build this, you need to spend 2 rice and 1 camphor oil. And after you build this, every time you want to buy a boat like this, you can save a green tea. What does it mean? If you got a 1 workshop in your hand, you can spend 2 green tea to buy this boat. The 4th is market. You have to spend 2 camphor oil and 1 sugar to build this. And once you got a market, when you got a resource in your car, in your young hut, you can turn this cube into any resource you want. Like in this case, if you want to buy a market like this, you can see you only got 1 camphor oil, 1 tea, and 1 sugar. You cannot build a market. So what can you do? If you got a market in your young hut, you can turn this tea into a camphor oil. Last, you can buy a young hut. And now we are going to introduce the boat, what the boats do. And you can see at this car, you can see every boat should spend some resource to build. And you can see this one is a 2 tea. And after you build this boat, you can get the point right on a card and a credit. And we got 3 levels of a boat. The first one, the level 1 is junk ship. Level 2 is small steamboat. And then level 3 is a big steamboat. And you can see the level 2 and level 3, they have on the resource has some credit mark. And this represent if you want to build this boat, you have to get 4 credit on your young hut. And then we are going to introduce 城隍庙. It's where everyone, they will pray to God and hope God will give them some resource. Like if you can spend some resource to give the God, 应该说 sacrifice to the God, and they will get you, and they will return you some resource. Like in this case, I can spend 1 rice to get 2 dice, and what the dice do? You roll the dice and get a resource. Every point represent. Like I got 6 and 3, so 6 is nothing, and 3 is a camphor oil, so I got camphor oil. And if I just spend 2 any kind of resource, I can roll 3 dice like this. And in this case, I got 1 and 6. It represents nothing. And 2, it represents 1 rice. And next, we are going to introduce the day. The day represents every turn we will play. Like we will put 1 camphor oil on a day, and put at the very beginning we will put 1 camphor oil.
Not camphor,
opium cube in 1. And this ride every how many players, and when I got 3 players, I will end the game end in the 8th
turn.
And if I only got 1 player or 2 players, the game end in the 10th turn. And every turn we'll draw a historical card and we'll do anything wrote on a history card to do the turn what should do. For example, this card is a 1851. This event can give you 2 resources in the end of this turn.
So every turn we will open a new historical card, right? Yes.
Yes.
The first started in 1851. Lin Dantian settles in Dadaocheng. Effect: take 2 any cubes from the supply area. Background reason: to escape pirate threats. Merchant Lin Dantian fled from Keelung and relocated his family to what was then farmland in Dadaocheng, establishing his first store. Second, in 1853, top and bottom conflict. Top and bottom suburbs conflict. Effect: if a player owns a cargo cube before purchase and actions, return 1 cargo cube to the supply zone. Background reason: conflict erupted between immigrant factions from different suburbs of Macau. The losing group, Tong'an immigrants, fled and resettled in Dadaocheng. 还有举起来吗？不用。好。The third happens in 1859, inauguration of Xiahai City God Temple. Effect: roll 2 dice once to receive corresponding goods cubes. Background reason: due to earlier conflicts, Tong'an people migrated to Dadaocheng as followers of Xiahai City God. They built the temple with multi-party sponsorship. Okay. In 1860, opening of Tansui port. Effect: exchange 2 red cubes to get 8 any cubes for 2 red cubes. Background reason: the Treaty of Tianxing forced Taiwan to open ports like Anping and Danshui to foreign trade. Dadaocheng was later included in the open port zone. The fifth happened in 1865. British merchants improved tea industry. Effect: gain 1 green cube. Background reason: British merchant John Todd established a tea export company and brought in Chinese tea masters to enhance Taiwan's tea roasting techniques. Six. In 1878, completion of Fazhou Gong Temple. Effect: roll 3 dice once to get corresponding goods cubes. Background reason: a plague struck Dadaocheng and people prayed to the god of Fazhou for protection. The temple was built in gratitude. Seventh, construction of Taipei City. Effect: when buying a house tile, ignore 1 yellow cube from the payment. Background reason: to defend northern Taiwan. The Qing government built Taipei City between Manka and Dadaocheng for strategic purposes. In 1891, Taipei Train Ticket Office established. Effect: gain 1 white cube. Background reason: Qing official Liu Mingchuan built Taiwan's first railway, connecting Keelung and Hsinchu. The Keelung to Dadaocheng section was opened in 1891, and the station was called Ticket Office. Next, in 1895, beginning of Japanese rule in Taiwan. Effect: players cannot buy a rank 3 cargo ship license. Background reason: with Japanese rule starting, tea merchants in Dadaocheng turned away from Western banks, shifting trade to Japan and Southeast Asia. In 1998, Dadaocheng Public School established. Effect: use 1 white cube to remove 2 opium.
opium. 继续
Opium points. Background reason: Japan implemented universal Western-style education, and in 1898, Dadaocheng got its public school, enrolling Taiwanese children to learn Japanese. In 1905, expanded city plan. Effect: exchange up to 2 building cards for shore building cards. Background reason: Taipei's first urban expansion plan aimed to improve sanitation and quality of life, extending the city beyond traditional urban zones. In 1908, completion of Dadaocheng Market. Effect: exchange up to 2 item cubes for any cube. Background reason: to address chaotic and unsanitary markets, the Japanese government built modernized public markets, include one in Dadaocheng. In 1915, inauguration of Dadaocheng Church. Effect: return to deducted opium points. Background reason: tea merchant Li Zhushen founded the construction of the church, continuing the missionary legacy of Dr. Majie's early chapel. In 1920, administrative district reorganization. Effect: at game end, the player with the most building cards gains this card and 5 reputation points. Background reason: under Japanese rule, administrative divisions were reorganized. Became just a place name. It was built into smaller towns like Datong Street. Okay.
Now we are going to introduce the game rules. And the first step, you got to flip or transit these discs like this or like this. And you can do 2 steps. So the first step, you can do 2 times 2, like transport or flip. Okay. And the next step, when the discs into the line, you got 1 resource in here and in your card, like this in your card. And if the line got 4 discs in line, the store in close to you Yes.
in the front.
In the front, it also got a new resource, and yourself got 2 resource in your hand.
Yang hang.
Yang hang in your yang hang, yes. And the second step, if your yang hang store
你忘记搬了回去了，
huh?
你忘记搬回去了。
Okay. Yes, when you flip it into a line, you should to flip it back. Yes, should flip it back.
央行
Okay, and the second step is when your yang hang are full like this, the four store have
storehouse.
the 4 storehouse have the resource. Your yang hang is full, and when it's full, you choose one storehouse to get it back to your hand card yang hang. And if the storehouse has over 2 resources, the storehouse got bombed,
got corrupt.
got crap. Okay.
Corrupt.
And all of these resources has got kicked out. Okay.
In case they're broken.
Has got broken, yeah. And the third steps, I so. And the first step, you can buy something, like you can buy the building, and you can buy the sheep. Yes, you can buy sheep.
你可以买一只羊。
Boat. Whatever. You can buy boat. You can buy a boat. Okay, you can buy a boat, or you can pay to have a dice, and you can pay to have a dice to get more resources.
为什么它突然变好亮啊？哦，变回来了。
Okay. This is the first step. You can buy something. Okay, and what the whole round, your round, when it's your turn, what you to do is this: first, flip or exchange. Flip or exchange is
Resource disk.
yeah, change or flip your resource disks. And the second step
Twice.
is
2次。
oh yes, you should do twice. And the second step is you get your resource if it has been aligned, right? In line, and you got the 相对的 you got the resource, and you
You got a resource on a.
yeah, just like the cover, and
Okay.
you also got one to your hand card. And the second step, you can buy something, and you also can buy this. Okay, and the first steps, we are going to like this historical card and doing things on the historical card.
Right on history.
Right on the historical card. This is the fourth step. And what is you have to do? This is what you have to do in your turn. Okay, we are going to talking about how to count your score. Yes, in the game end, if I have one opium den, one store,
你知道你拿的是反的吗？
one store, one opium den, and 2 mansion, and 3 boats.
你要讲一下那个 boat 那个大小。
So the start is the opium den. If you have an opium den, you have minus your not minus
Yeah, minus.
minus you have minus your score like this. If you use the opium to replace to other resource, you will count your opium point. And if the what to minus your points. In the end, if I have 6 opium points, just minus 4 of 6 because we have 4 players. If you only have 2 players, you have minus 3. You have minus 3 because you have 2 players. If you have 4 players, you have minus 2. Just 敬畏。
无条件敬畏。
Yeah, just 敬畏。
敬畏。
just 敬畏。
心最帅。
Okay, and I have 1 store, so I have 1 point and 1 credit. I have 2 mansion, so I have 10 points. I have 3 boat. This is
Sport.
3 boat. This is small boat. What small boat have?
Junk ship， 那个
Junk ship, yeah, junk ship. I have 3 credits and 4 points.
point。
And I have a medium boat, medium speedboat. I have 4.
或者说你那个牌稍微调一下位置，因为它那个背光让你的牌变得看不到。
Okay, I have 4 points and 1 credit. So that's my point. 1, 10, 2, 2, and 4, and minus 2. So I got 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 18, 80, 81, 81. I got 18 plus 1 minus 1. Minus 2. Yes, I got 17. I got 17. But if you have over 5 credits like this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 credits. 5 credits equal
1
1
point。
point. Yes. So totally I have 18 points. Yes. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If you want to play board game with us, join Social Board Gaming Hub. And remember to subscribe and press like and
button.
share. Okay, bye bye.
拜拜。
好，可以卡了，可以卡了。
哦，好累啊，
3来。
总算了。我要随便，这可以随便塞吗？